I am here to talk about the 2025 WNBA stands for the playoffs as of 8/27/25. So let's go talk about it. These are there's two teams that meet. Minnesota was the first team to clinch. They will be able to clinch the one spot with any win in their next 7 games. So it could be any team once, and they'll clinch it. Las Vegas has already clinched the placement. They're fighting for number 2. They had the season series over Phoenix. Phoenix did win one of the games. They were 3-1. Vegas went 3-1. And Atlanta, they swept Atlanta this season. So they have a good shot to make the playoffs at number 2. Although Phoenix and Las Vegas, it could be the third, but I don't know if each team is going to get. Atlanta's going to win 6 in a row, or Phoenix win 6 in a row. I don't know though. Or 7 in a row for Phoenix, 6 in a row for Atlanta. Minnesota. The Aces. They play Minnesota on the 4th of September. You can see Minnesota play Seattle on the 28th today. Then on the 30th, they play Connecticut on mid-TV. And they pass on the 1st. They play Dallas on MBTV. Then on the 4th, they play Las Vegas on Amazon. So do I think they can win? They have a good shot to make the playoffs? Or a good shot, be number. So yeah, right there, you can see right there. So and that's 3 games before they play Las Vegas, Minnesota and Las Vegas play. Yes, they play one on Thursday, tonight and Thursday against Seattle. Then they play Saturday against Connecticut. Then they play on the Labor Day, the 1st against Dallas. Then they play the 4th against Minnesota, against Las Vegas. So by the time they play 3 before they play the games. And Las Vegas doesn't have to travel, so which they pretty much, after the end of the game, they pretty much travel back home to Las Vegas. And they don't have to travel at all till after the 9th of September, their game against Chicago. They play 1 Minnesota, and then they played the game against Minnesota on the 4th, and the game again, and then 2 games against Chicago, one on the 6th or 7th, excuse me, one on the one on the 7th and one on the 9th in T-Mobile Arena. And then they play, and then they travel on the 10th. Well, do you said they travel to Los Angeles? I'm assuming they will. And then so that'd be nice. So we'll see how that works. But I could see Vegas being well rested, and Phoenix probably could lose another game. So Vegas pretty much, I could see Vegas pretty much clinching the 2 though. And then it's going to be fight for the 3 through 5 with Atlanta, Phoenix, and New York Liberty. Brianna Stewart is coming back, and they've been not playing the best. They're 5-5. They had a really good start the year at 9-0, and then they've fallen. They're 14-15, so they're 500. They're right basically at 500 pretty much. They're like ever since then. So we'll see. Now they got Brianna Stewart back. They brought with MME some. But the only thing is with Brianna Stewart, she's trying to learn how to play with Emma Meeson. I mean, she's played. I mean, Emma Meeson has played with the majority of these players before, either in other WNBA teams or like others overseas. I know she played with Natasha Cloud when Natasha Cloud was in Washington, and she was in Washington. She's played with like Brianna Stewart, like overseas. Like they have overseas teams, like in Europe, EuroLeague, and like the overseas leagues. So yeah, so I mean, but you still gotta learn to play with. If you haven't played with a player for a long time, it still takes some time. And when right back in this, she's playing 20 minutes a game for a white warm up, and then they're gonna slowly increase it. So that will help them towards the playoffs. But so, I mean, they've been struggling though. They almost they lost to Chicago. They lost to Atlanta. It was without Brandon Stewart, but they lost to Chicago. they barely squeaked by Connecticut. I don't know. I mean, I think New York's in, but it's not going to be, it's just going to be because they were earlier in, like, Los Angeles. I'd be slipping on their own end, where they, like, eliminate themselves. So, if they lose, they might eliminate themselves. So, I don't know. Now we got Atlanta and Phoenix. It could come down to a tiebreaker between Atlanta and Phoenix in the season series. We can actually look at that here. Atlanta and Phoenix season series. As you can see, Atlanta has 3 wins against Phoenix. Did they play 14? No. So, 3 times in their season. All 3 won by Atlanta. So, Atlanta does have the tiebreaker. So we'll see. So I could see Atlanta getting 3rd because of that tiebreaker. And then, obviously, because of the tiebreaker, and then 4th goes to Phoenix. 5th, I think, might go to stay in the New York Liberty just because the New York Liberty are kind of up and down team. They've been struggling, even with, Brianna Stewart come back for 20 minutes. I mean, they've been struggling though. And I don't really. That game against Connecticut. Connecticut was playing for pride, but they're still playing for pride. You're still playing like prove that you belong on this team next season, or if they cut you, you belong on another team. Basically, so still, New York Liberty, still not a great win, 2-point win. But, and then Indiana has no Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, no Cindy Colson, no Erin McDonald. They have had 4 players out with injury. Caitlin Clark's been out for the majority of the year. Played a little bit, then had injury. Played a little bit, had injury. Has like a few injuries, so like 3 injuries this year. And now they're holding her back now with the 3rd one. Because they know that like it's kind of like acting up every time she like overdoes it, a little bit. Like she has to take it kind of carefully, like not do too much, because if you do a little too much, and you're not feeling the best that day, kind of hurt it. So, but Caitlin Clark is on the way to coming back though. She is, so that's a good sign for the Fever. But they're still without 3 guards: Sydney Colson, Erin McDonald, Sophie Cunningham. three main players, I should say. Not three guards, but three main players. I mean, so yeah, they're bringing area powers, bringing in Ryan Chloe Bibby earlier, Akila Timpson has been playing a little bit, played a few minutes. So yeah, I mean, that just shows. I mean, so we'll see how that goes. I like it. I mean, they're not playing horrible. But they're not like. We'll see if they do. So 44 games, 8-6 to go. So and then Golden State. I really like what Natalie Acosta has been doing in Golden State with these players. We're bringing a bunch of big role players. Like they used to be they're like 6 players, 7 players on the bench. They're like 6 players, 7th player, like that type of thing on the bench. And they're not like mean stars. A lot of them are in like they're mainly like 6 players. So like a lot of them, you see them get like overlooked in like other, not overlooked, but like kind of used as like a bench role, not like the main cats. And you can see them starting. You see them come off the bench, but they're like they all know the role. They can all play their role well because they played like a bench role, like a reduced minutes role in other teams. They know that, and they're able to, whatever role they're in, they're able to play well, execute to the best, ability, regardless what the role is. So, and I like that from Golden State. They play a really solid team. They're a really solid team. A solid team. They're not like the best team, but still. I mean, the expansion teams are never going to be the championship winning teams because each team gets to protect the best, like some of their players. Like then they're able to protect the best players they have, So, I mean, you're never gonna get the top talent like the MVPs or this or that, but still, they're playing really solid basketball. So for an expansion team, Seattle, they're 2019. Now, Seattle should be able to make the playoffs. I just don't see Golden State. I mean, I could see Golden State making it, but the Golden State and Los Angeles Spurs are really gonna fight each other. I think for that final spot. I think Seattle could leapfrog Golden State, and if they leapfrog Golden State, and Los Angeles, they'll be in kind of a tight battle. I could see Golden State, making it, but I think they'd have to make it as the 8th space seed. So, yeah. So that is it for the 2025 WNBA. I have my thoughts. Right now you pretty much have like Atlanta, Phoenix, New York, Liberty, battling it out with the tiebreakers, like Atlanta being over Phoenix, Vegas over Atlanta, and Phoenix in the tiebreaker. And Atlanta has tiebreaker over Phoenix. So yeah, I mean New York Liberty might be able to catch up too. So it's gonna be interesting for 3 through 5. 6, 7, 8 is probably going to stay this. I mean, in that same area or range. You might have Los Angeles make it in that one. Washington, they're 16. They're 16, 22. They're 20. The best they can do is 22 and 22. But I could see them could they lose out on the playoffs? Absolutely. Probably will they. Most likely, I'd say I would probably say yes. Yeah, although it does probably depends on Golden State. Honestly, it depends on Golden State. And then Los Angeles ahead of them. Let's see what Los Angeles works to ahead of them. And you got Connecticut, Chicago, Dallas. Just in the draft lottery. And then you got the Golden State Valkyries. They'll be in the lottery. This is the team. It's the team with the worst record over the last 2 seasons. The Connecticut this 2024 season was not that bad though. Sorry. But everybody saw. Because they have when they had Elsa Thomas, Demont Mountain, Bree Jones. They had DJ Carrington, Rita Mabry. So, no. Or Washington. Maybe Los Angeles State to get in. Let's see what those. And then Golden State. Golden State only has one season to go off of, so I think because of one season, is gonna be a playoff. They might be in the lottery though. So yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say here about Atlanta, but Atlanta Phoenix. Whatever they'll be in. Just when will they officially be in? What position will they be in at the end of the year? Unknown right now. At the end of the season. Unknown. Indiana, Golden State, Seattle. Washington. Could they be in the playoffs? Yes. But Washington, I think they're the odd one out. They might get out. And then Los Angeles or Golden State. One of those two will be fighting for the final spot in the playoffs. I could see it, no problem. So